Man.
Do you think that UFOs and aliens colonize under the ocean or in the ocean?
I don't know. I don't think they have to, because from my perspective, these things are supernatural. They're spiritual. They're not there's only two options. We got two options here. One, they're beings from some other planet, okay, or some other I don't know, area out in space. They're us in the future, whatever you want to say, like what they're time traveling, whatever. Okay, there's that aspect. Or they can be interdimensional beings, which they have nothing to do with time and space, because time and space, 3 and 4D, that's how dimensions are. They say time is the fourth dimension. That's why space-time is always connected. So they'll say that 3D and 4D time, space are interlinked. So the next dimension outside of time and space is the fifth. And we would say that that's a possibility, that those things are coming into this dimension. It's not something from some other planet, okay, breaking the laws of physics, because something from some other planet is still bound by the laws of physics because they are in the third dimension. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're from a different dimension. I agree.
And guess what? Guess what? The Bible is literally a book that talks about the other dimension. That's what Jesus is. Jesus comes from over there. He comes from over there and he comes down to earth and he's like,
yeah, it's a different.
Yeah, it's a different dimension, bro. That's just the words we have today. Okay. So he comes down from this other dimension and he's like, guys, I need to tell you something. This isn't all there is. Okay. There's this other place. I come from over there. That's where my Father is. I'll take you to him. You just got to have faith in me. It's not going to make sense, but you got to have faith in me. And check this out. And he starts doing like miracles and like growing back arms and like healing the blind. Okay. That's what he does to show that he's from over there, you know? And so that's literally Jesus. And now we're seeing these other things starting to appear here, and they're appearing as balls of light. But like you said earlier, when something passes through a lower dimension, they're going to appear much different than what their actual state is. Because you might have not gone into this detail, but this is what I understood. Because when something from a higher dimension passes through a lower dimension, it gets limited to what that lower dimension looks like. And I'll show you this. Think of this piece of paper as a two-dimensional plane. Okay. There's no volume. There's no up and down, because that would be 3-dimension. 2 dimensions, just left and right, no volume. But if I'm up here and I'm looking down from this other dimension, this third, I'm up. That's the third dimension. I'm looking down onto the second. I'm like, hey, what are these guys doing down there? These volumeless beings. I'm going to go check it out. As I go through, all they're going to see is a sliver of my finger passing through. That's what an MRI is, slivers, right? Because that's the plane they exist in. So all they see is slivers of my finger, and my finger, the slivers are going to change shape because my finger is not perfectly round, you know? It's going to start as a point, and then it's going to start getting fatter, and then go off to nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to you before.
That's what interdimensional interaction looks like.
Yeah.
So as we see these balls of light, that dude, they say some of them change shape. Some of them move at 50,000 miles an hour. We can't clock it, and we don't have material in the universe that can move that fast without like disintegrating. Probably because they're not made of anything like physical. They're just engaging with this dimension. That's how I perceive this stuff. And interestingly enough, it might even be that I think you're right. I think that the elites or whoever's running the show, I think these guys are in touch with whatever these things are. And I think that they are telling them, hey, follow the checklist of Revelation because we're going to make this thing come about. You know what I'm saying? So they're just freaking, they're leading them down the trajectory to bring about the end of the world. And they're going to make themselves known. They're going to make themselves known. They might even take on some physical forms, not just being balls of light anymore. Interestingly enough, the Bible says Satan comes as an angel of light, not like as a pitchfork wielding horned creature, you know. It's gonna be fascinating, bro. I'm excited.